Good morning, children. So let's start chapter 10, that is variation and direct and inverse proportion. So what do we mean by direct variation? So one quantity varies directly as a second quantity if the ratio of the first to the second is constant. So if the ratio of the first given quantity to the second quantity is constant, then we say they are in direct variation. So that is, if y is the first quantity and here x is the second quantity, then y varies directly to x. If we divide y by x, we get one constant. That means we get a constant value. So 1, 2, 3 or like that, any integer. So we get a constant value. So in short, we write like this, that y varies directly as x. So we read like this, that y varies directly as x. So this is the symbol that we use to write y varies directly as x. So if we replace this sign with the equal sign, so if we replace this one with the equal sign, it becomes like this, that is kx. Kx, it is any constant, okay? It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, any integer, any constant. So therefore, if we replace this sign with the equal sign, so we need to give one constant. So here k is the constant of variation. So therefore we have mentioned here that k is the constant of variation. So let's understand this with an example. Suppose a cost of 1 pen is given. The cost of 1 pen is 5. So therefore the cost of n pens, n number of pens will be 5 into n, that is 5n. If the cost of 1 pen is 5, then the cost of n number of pens will be 5n. So hence the cost of pen is, it varies directly as the number of pens. So therefore the cost of pen is, it varies directly as the number of pens. That means if the cost of pen will increase if the number of pen increases, and the cost of pen will decrease if the number of pen decreases, because the cost of each pen remains fixed, that is 5. So if we increase the number of pen, obviously the cost of the pen will also increase, and if we decrease the number of pens, so obviously the cost of pen will also be decreased. So here in this case, the cost of pen, so it varies directly as the number of pens. So as we know, if we replace this sign with the equal sign, so we have to give one constant. Here in this case we have taken the constant as 5 because the cost of 1 pen is 5. So therefore the value of k, as we have noticed here, this is the value of k, that means this is constant. So since this is a constant, we can take any value of k. So here we have taken the value of k as 5 because the cost of 1 pen is 5. So therefore this 5 becomes the constant of variation. So if this n comes down, then c by n is equals to 5. So c is the cost of pen and n is the number of pens. So obviously we know that if we do like this, that the total cost divided by total number of pen, obviously we'll get the cost of 1 pen. We'll get a cost of 1 pen. So here the similar thing we have done here. So this is the total cost of pen and this is the total number of pen. If we divide, we'll get a cost of 1 pen, which is 5, as it is already given. So next, the alternative version of direct variation is directly proportional. So this direct variation is known as directly proportional. It is same thing. So this direct variation is also known as directly proportional. So that means we can replace this variation with the proportional. That is, increase in one causes a corresponding increase in the other, or when a decrease in one causes corresponding decrease in the other, as we have already discussed. Here we have already discussed that y, so it varies directly as x. So if y increases, x also increase. If y decreases, their x will also decrease. The same thing we have mentioned here. So that the increase in one causes a corresponding increase in the other, or when the decrease in one causes corresponding decrease in the other. That is, they increase or decrease in the same ratio. If they increase, they will increase in the same ratio. as earlier in the example, if the cost of 1 pen is 5, so therefore the cost of 2 pen will be 10, the cost of 3 pen will be 15. That means it increases in the same manner, that is 5 5 5, and when it will decrease, it will decrease in the same manner, that is -5 -5 -5. So therefore the increase or decrease in the same ratio. So let's understand this with an example. So let us take the cost of one book is rupees 10. Suppose the cost of one book is rupees 10, then the cost of 15 books and the cost of 35 books are in proportion. Then the cost of 15 books and the cost of 35 books are in proportions. Why they will be in proportions? Because the cost of one book, it's already given 10. So if you take two books, it will be 20. So it will not be 25 or 15 because the cost of one book is fixed, it is 10. So therefore if you take 15 books, so it will be 150, and if you take 35 books, it will be 350. That means they will increase in the same manner. That means they are in proportion. That means the cost of 15 books and the cost of 35 books are in proportion. So which implies that the ratio of 15 books to 35 books is equals to the ratio of cost of 15 books to the cost of 35 books. That means the ratio of 15 books, here we have taken only the ratio of the books, that is 15 is to 35, that is 15 is to 35 equals ratio of the cost of the books. So here we have taken in this side, on the right hand side, we have taken only the cost of the books, that is 15, the cost of 15 books is 150 and the cost of 35 books is 135. So therefore they are in proportion. As we can see, if we cancel this 0, so it will be 15 by 35 only, so which is same to the left hand side. So therefore they are in proportions. So therefore we can write, so therefore that the ratio of the books, that is 15 is to 35, such that it is equal. That means this is known as such that, so it is taken as equal, such that 150 is to 350, so it is equal. That means they are in proportion. So therefore we can conclude that number of books is directly proportional to the cost of the books. So the number of books will be directly proportional to the cost of the books. If the number of books increases, so obviously the cost will also increases. So that means what will be the total cost of, that means n books, since the cost of one book is 10, so for the n books it will be 10 into n. So therefore the number of books is directly proportional to the cost of the books. If number of books increases, the cost also increases. If the number of books decreases, the cost will also decrease. So let's take another one example. So here it is given, the number of books is given, that is 1 2 6 8 15, and the cost is also given, that is the cost of one book is 10, the cost of two book is 20, the cost of 6 book is 60, the cost of 8 book is 80, and the cost of 15 book is 150. So here the number of books is to cost of the books is equals to 1:10. As you can see, if we divide the number of books by the cost, we can see 1/10. Similarly here also 2 divided by 20, that means we'll get 1/10. 6 divided by 60, if we cancel, we get 1/10. So 8 divided by 80, if we cancel, we get 1/10. Again 15 divided by 150, if we cancel, we get 1/10. See, in all the case we get the ratio as constant, that is 1/10. So if the ratio is constant, if the ratio of the first is to second is constant, if we get the constant, if we get a constant value, so that is the definition of direct variation. That means if it is constant, that y varies directly to x, that is if the first divided by second is constant. So here we got like this, we divided the first by the second, we got one constant value, that is 1/10 in all the cases. So that means they are in direct variation. So ultimately we can conclude that the number of books is directly proportional to the cost of the books. So the number of books we can conclude as directly proportional to the cost of the books. So that's all for today. So remaining we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.